Damn, my cheeks are starting to get fat. I gotta start doing cardio again. I uh, I was in Frederick, Maryland, and the hour it took me to drive back to Towson, because again, I travel around, man. I get busy. You know what I'm saying? I got a life. I'm like these fucking people, right? And I made a video while I was driving because I had the fucking autopilot on and, you know, I had the phone recording the video. But then I decided that I could do this a different way. You know what I'm saying? People that have anti-personality disorders, they do this thing called projection, where what they're doing, they accuse you of doing it. Now, everybody pretty much knows that most people from this community are losers, degenerates, and criminals. The main reason nobody had a problem with me to the degree they got a problem with me right now when I was making videos for this community is because they assumed that because I was a Toontown YouTuber that I was a loser and a degenerate and a criminal like them. Now, I will admit I'm not a law-abiding citizen, you know, but I've never been arrested for some shit like this, okay? When people started to find out more about me in real life, that I'm pretty successful in everything that I stick my hand in, you know what I'm saying? The only reason I even started playing Toontown way back in the day is because I hurt myself running track a week before Nationals. So while I'm in the house waiting for my foot to recover, I found me a nice little MMO to pass some time. But I ended up quitting that game a couple of years later because I quickly got a life again. You feel me? So, and I had mentioned in a video before I was bullying Freeze that one of his friends got arrested for bomb threats, right? You guys can read the comments. Everybody already knows who this guy is. Now, I watched, I don't even remember his real fucking name, but his real name doesn't matter, right? I think his real name was Nick or whatever. I watched them do this. You know what I'm saying? I watched them call the school, calling the bomb threat, and I remember one of the guys was like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to turn my VPN on, right? Shout out to him. He actually hooked me up with a good VPN way back in the day. And I'm just going to play the video, and then I'm going to say what I need to say, because...
Right off the top tonight, a former Rockford High School student pleading guilty for his role in a series of bomb threats made to the school district last year.
In court today, we found out why the student says he got caught up in this ordeal. And 24-Hour News 817 spoke with an online safety expert about these types of cases, and he joins us now live in studio with more. Evan.
Yeah, Brian and Marley, the 16-year-old didn't actually make the threats, but admitted to giving information to the suspects who did. And he says he did it because the people he met online were the only friends he had. Experts we spoke with tonight say it's not uncommon.
This is absolutely true. I can confirm. I mean, again, man, this community is a community of losers, man. The fuck do you like? How? I think he was a senior in high school by this point. How are you a senior in high school and you have no friends? Like, what the fuck, man? But I get it, man. Nobody wants to hang around the weirdos, and these stupid little Toontown guys, they assumed that I was a weirdo like them, man. I had a social life. I was successful in fucking athletics, man. Even before I joined the track and wrestling team, man, I had plenty of friends in school. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty of friends in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But these people thought I was like them. He had no friends outside the internet. And they thought I was like them, man. And when they found out that I wasn't like them, that's when they turned hostile. That video I made about the chart, boy, oh, that really got people fucking angry, because a lot of people realize that they're at the bottom of the hierarchy.
Common for lonely teenagers to get in over their heads after meeting people on the internet.
Boo-hoo, the lonely teenager didn't know how to go outside the house and make some friends.
A courtroom admission of guilt by a teenager who says he'd gotten too deep in a dangerous situation.
He looks exactly like how you would expect a Toontown person. And, you know, people, check this out, man. I blocked like 10 alt accounts, man. People were saying that I'm ugly and that they don't understand how I had so many girlfriends, man. I mean, I check Tinder once every 3 to 6 months. I'm honestly gonna delete my profile because I don't need it. Plus, the best dating apps are the apps that aren't dating apps, right? I mean, look at this shit, man. I'm not gonna show y'all my matches because I don't want the video to get taken down because I'm sharing private information. But I mean, look at this, man. If I'm ugly, then I feel bad for the people that look worse than me. But that's most Toontown people in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? One of the first people I showed who I looked like from that community, she was like, "That's not you. Hot guys don't play video games." And I'm like, "I don't know what guys," but see, she doesn't leave the house. None of these people do. Most of the people that I played video games with in real life, they were all very good looking guys. So, you know what I'm saying? One of my closest friends right now, Mason, we call him Naruto Uzumaki. The dude's a fucking Chad. So it's like, but I get it. When you don't leave the house, you think attractive people don't play video games. And most of the Toontown community looks like this guy. So I get it.
The teen's defense attorney said he had no friends at school, so he sought them out while playing online video games. And the end.
That's Toontown people in a nutshell, man. They're fucking losers.
Up getting information to the people who actually.
They want to sit around and accuse everybody else of committing crimes when they're the ones committing the crimes. They're the ones getting caught for committing crimes. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what his plea deal was, but I think as a result of this, he's still on probation to this day. I think they gave him like 10 years probation. You know what I'm saying? So,
They made the threats. People.
and he was actually sitting in a jail cell for a while because his parents couldn't bail him out, man. Maybe that's why he lies and says that he never got found guilty for the bomb threats. You know, maybe what happened to the poor little soy boy in jail permanently traumatized him. I know, I got a dark, evil sense of humor. And I used to be a correctional officer, man. I want to quickly touch on this, man. And I gotta be careful how I say this because I don't want this video to get taken down. But there's a misconception that pedophiles get killed in prison and in jail. He was 16, I think, when he went to jail. I think he went to juvenile jail, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay? If he didn't take that plea deal, and he got sent to an adult prison, because bomb threats is a pretty serious charge, right? The people that would have victimized this boy in prison, right? They technically would have been pedophiles because I think for his state, the legal age of consent was not 16, although I could be wrong. Let's assume that it wasn't, right? He would have gone to a federal institution anyways, and on the federal level, the legal age of consent, I think, is 18. Don't quote me on that. I don't feel like double checking it. The people that would have been victimizing this boy, right? Do you think anything happens to these guys? The guys that make teenage boys their wives in prison. Why does nobody, because pedophiles get killed in prison, right? Why does nobody kill these people? Why does nobody assault the adults in prison that take little boys like this, little teenage soy boys like this, lonely soy boys, right? That's all I'm saying, man. Nothing happens to these people, and we had to carry PREA, Prison Rape Elimination Act, on our person at all times. Well, it was a policy, but I was the only correctional officer that followed the shit. It's serious shit, man. But rapists and pedophiles get killed in prison, right? You guys gotta stop listening to Google, man. But this is this community in a nutshell, man. Lonely losers can't leave the fucking house to make friends, man. They're the ones committing the crimes, yet they want to say you're the one committing the crime. I know the true reason Freeze doesn't file the police report, because he would have to put his real first and last name on that report, and if he shows up to court, we'll see what he looks like, and we'll be able to see his criminal record, right? So, it is what it is, man. But people that got anti-personality disorder, this is what they do. They project, they accuse you of committing the crime when they're committing the crimes. And yes, Nick, or whatever you wrote, I don't remember, I think it's Nick, don't quote me on that. And yes, Nick, I saw the shit you said about me, so I'm not just going after this guy for no reason, but he's the ultimate example to my point, man. Like, I'm so wrong, right? You'll never, like, come on, man. If these are the people that are right, I never want to be right.
From Texas to the United Kingdom. The teen saying if he didn't, he may lose his only friends.
You know what you do when you lose friends? You get more friends. You know what you do when people walk out of your lives? You get other people to replace them. Oh! Unless you meet somebody that can never be replaced, but a guy like this ain't attracting those types of people.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have friends in both places, and that was kind of all I had.
Tonight, we sat down with a mental health expert and a computer forensics agent.
And of course, in Generation Z land, whenever somebody gets caught doing something stupid, it's gotta be a mental illness. Mentally ill people are not above the law. Sorry to say that to you.
They both said it's not uncommon for lonely teens to seek friendship in the wrong place.
Lonely teens, where? Where? Because I'm too weak to go outside the house and socialize. I don't see how anybody can be fucking lonely, man. I can't stop people from talking to me in real life. I mean, fucking hell, man. Everybody wants to talk to the Uber driver, but I digress.
It is common for kids to turn aside.
One chick was bold with it, man. She fucking sat next to me, and she's like, ooh, you drive a Tesla. Oh, man. How can anybody be lonely, man? If you leave outside the house, they fucking flock to you like lemmings, bro.
Social media.
People groom them so that you suddenly find yourself in a situation where you didn't think you were going to ever end up there.
And in today's online world, it's easier than ever for kids to lock themselves in their room and shut out the real world. That's why it's so important to know who your kids are talking to online and get them involved.
With your kids especially, they don't talk to people in private. And by that I mean nobody locks themselves away in their room, or nobody locks themselves away in the corner of the basement. They can sit in the living room with the rest of the family and chat with this person.
Find something within the school.
He has a point, but unfortunately, I'm gonna make a video where I specifically cover this. Unfortunately, most people don't give a fuck about their children. Most parents prefer their children to lock themselves in their room so they don't gotta deal with their children. It is what it is, man. He's absolutely right. If parents spent more time with their kids, shit like this could be avoided. Or if they just taught their children, don't get caught for your fucking crimes, man. Like, it's one thing to break the law. Something happened to this guy in jail. I don't think we'll ever be able to get him to admit it on camera, But after he got out of jail, he started making that little Toontown series, Running from the Law, man. I think somebody did victimize this boy in jail. I mean, he's not a boy anymore. I mean, he was a senior when he got arrested. That was like 2015. Yeah, this was 2015. That was 9 years ago. So he's a grown man now. But something happened to this man in jail. Because, see, when people were traumatized by something, it resurfaces in their everyday life, man. Jail traumatized him. So when he got out of jail, he made a series called Running from the Law. So I don't watch his videos. I never watched a single video of his because his boyfriend, the guy's name was Nogger, and that was his actual boyfriend. You can ask Nick yourself. He'll know what I'm talking about. I think Maverick introduced me to these people. Yeah, he introduced me to a guy named Nogger, a chick named Gianna, and Nick. And fucking Nogger made a soundboard of me. So, shit. Oh yeah. I never watched any of his videos because I thought they were fucking weird, man. Shout out to Gianna if she still watches my videos, you know. But I digress, man. This video's gone on way too long, man, and it really doesn't serve a purpose other than the fact that I like bullying and fucking. Cause it's just astonishes me, man. These people come on my shit. They make alt account after alt account after alt account, man. The stalking has gotten so bad that there's some people that I follow on TikTok, man, and they fucking, like, they got an idea of where I live now, even though I don't fucking post where I live on my bio. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. One chick made a status. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And I don't know, man. I don't think she watches my videos, but oh man, that would be crazy. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There's a reason why people that play video games, people that play MMOs, there's a reason why the stereotype is that most of you guys are losers, lonely little incel losers, because there's some truth to that. And when you guys get what you believe to be a little bit of power, y'all do shit like this. Now, this was not their first time doing the bomb threat shit. This was just the first time they got caught. I'm gonna end the video here, man, because I don't want to watch any more soy boy shit, man. I'm about to finish this frappuccino, eat my fucking breakfast sandwich, then I'm gonna go to the gym, then I'm gonna sleep for the next 12 hours because your boy's been getting busy. Your boy actually has a life, unlike these fucking people that can sit around making alt account after alt account after alt account. And Freeze, man, I got a special message for you, man. You and your fans are fucking stupid. When they went to arrest Nick and them for the bomb threats, they didn't give any fucking premeditated warnings. They didn't say, I'm going to report you to the FBI. They didn't say, I'm going to report you to the police. No. They understood, silence and secrecy, and then they struck when Nick wasn't looking. Okay? Just a little piece of advice, Mr. Freeze, man. But I mean, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This video has more than ran its course.